Beyond the glossy covers that have long-lined newsstands, bookshelves, and coffee tables, magazines are constantly chasing the next hot trend, both on and off the page. Today's magazine subscription is nothing like your grandmother's. That's for certain. It's in the sex tips Cosmopolitan promises you on the front cover. It's in the breathtaking wildlife, scenic, cultural photography that National Geographic brings to your Instagram feed. It's in the Game Informer, where you get your latest gaming tips. But the tips and tricks, the social media accounts, the quick videos and stunning photography, are they enough? Are they enough to keep us hooked? Keep us reading, liking, and following in a world where the next it thing we're looking for, the stuff that would have been in the latest issue, is at our fingertips and long forgotten by the time magazines can get it to the printer? Or have magazines transformed with the times? Are they delivering us content at a quality that we just can't get anywhere else? Are magazines going to survive the 21st century?
Magazines in our history, we've been the storytellers. We tell the narratives. Newspapers tell the news, and we go beyond the news and give you interpretation, give you more depth, bring these people to life more. I wouldn't have been here for almost 40 years if it wasn't really very satisfying. So those of you who are going into magazines as young people, you're the ones who have to keep this alive.
The digital disruption has been huge for magazines.
One of the original sins of magazine publishers was to put all their content online for free.
In 2008, when the huge recession hit, my understanding is that that was the biggest hit to the print industry.
We are in the midst of a serious financial crisis, and the federal government is responding with decisive action.
But right now, breaking news here, stocks all around the world are tanking because of the crisis on Wall Street.
We've now lost a total of 1.2 million jobs. We're expecting to lose another 300,000 for the month of November, so that'll bring it to 1.5 plus whatever December brings, so probably close to 2 million jobs for the year.
It was around that time, I think, that a few publications changed hands and got a little bit more attentive to ad revenues.
Most magazines lost about 30% of their advertising revenue in 2009.
There have been lots of layoffs. There's been lots of shifting from frequency of magazine, from 10 times a year to 6 times a year.
Hearst was one of the few companies that when the digital wave hit in 2008, 2009, did not give up on print. They decided that, yes, we have to focus on digital, but also print is our cornerstone. Print is still our bread and butter. In fact, they created a new business model, which was partnering. And they partnered with the Food Network to launch the Food Network magazine in the middle of the worst economic situation in the United States. Then after 2 years, they launched the HGTV magazine. Then they launched the Dr. Oz, The Good Life. And now they are preparing to launch those 2 new magazines. So they never gave up on print.
Companies that survived that blow, 2008 to 2010 or so, are now starting to hold strong. And in our case, we're actually starting to grow a little bit, and a lot of companies are.
Look at all the digital-only companies that have decided to come to print. Whether it is Net-a-Porter, which with their Porter magazine, whether it's SwimSwam, which was nothing but a blog, whether it is WebMD, which was nothing but a blog or a website. I mean, so there's a lot of entities discovering that in this day and age, you cannot be platform specific. You have to be platform agnostic.
I've worked in print for 17 years, and for that entire 17-year period, people have been talking about the death of print. If it's dying, it's the slowest death ever.